Hello and welcome to another weekly speedrun. So we have got Hawt Dawgggg this week and it is a very funny little map, but we are going to do our best. So I've had a few playthroughs of this and I think I'm happy enough with my layout. The only problem is that we are really far away from the door, so it's quite tricky for our guests because they are very far away from the door, so it does take them quite a while to get to and from the tables, which, well, we're just gonna have to live with, aren't we? So let's just get ourselves all set up here, and let's get the ketchup in. We're gonna put our tables in here. Let's get these out of the way. So many counters, crikey Moses. Okay, so buns down here, and then the sink in this spot here. We'll move that a little bit further forward, and then we're ready to go. Get everybody called. So Hawt Dawggg's a decent card to have, a decent one to have. They are not too messy. They should be okay. But we are going to do our best to get around that as we can. Oh no. And then we've got a final two. So no ketchups this first go. Oh, there we go. Spoke too soon. Typical. Okay, so day one out of the way. That is pretty slow, but it is a start. So we'll take that to get us going. Okay, so we are going to go in and we are going to get that research desk straight away. And we're going to upgrade on the sink because we want to try and get a power sink. So I'm trying a slightly different strategy this game, hoping that it will pay off. Let's get everybody called in straight away. Do a little bit of that one. A bit more whilst they're cooking. That wall is very tricky. Move the ketchup across when they begin. Last guy in there. I'm going to put the ketchup down. There we go, just in case you wanted it. Okay, there we go. So that is done quite quickly. Dishwasher. Now I'm not going to go for the dishwasher. I've decided to try a different strategy and see if I can get a power sink. So it's annoying that that's come up first, typically when you don't want it. Now we do also want to try and get some new bits and bobs. Don't need to upgrade the plates just yet. I am going to upgrade one of my hobs, however. Actually, do you know what? Let's upgrade those. No, we don't need to upgrade the plates. The plates can stay where they are. Okay, then let's get started again. Let's get the first few groups through the door. Oh, I've just realised I've just left my hob in the middle of the hallway. Oh well. Can't win them all. Sorry about that, chaps. Accidentally just creating a giant hazard. Salt course. It's quite comical. Quite annoying that these are all pairs. Oh, Buddy says hello. Okay, so this isn't going to be. I feel like this is not a god run, but hey ho. Let's get our last kid in. Need to get this upgraded while waiting for our customer to finish. It's a soaking sink, which again is not what I want. It's just the way that the cards fall sometimes, but that's okay. Day 4. Let's have a look. What do we want to go for? Okay, so we're going to go for health and safety. Customers are slowed by messes. I don't care. I am going to get this out of the way though. Sorry about that, chaps. We still can't. There's still no point in taking the soaking sink quite yet. I'm not going to bother upgrading the plates because I've got no extra to put them. But I am going to do a cheeky re-roll, which let's have another cheeky re-roll. And we get a scrubbing brush. Perfect. Okay, so this is just what we want. So we want the scrubbing brush in here. That is going to mean that we are loads faster in cleaning the floor. Let's get the kitchen protector down. And then we have still got that soaking sink that we are still trying to upgrade. So let's get started. Oh no, I can't get through to it. Oh God, that's a disaster. Absolute error. Well, we're just going to have to get through this level fast, aren't we? Well, I seem to have quite the butterfingers this go. Let's get our last few groups called. Well, I should have been moving into my I should have been moving into my power seat now, but like an absolute silly sausage, I have not left myself enough space to get through. So now we probably didn't need to spend all that money there, but we're going to go for the upgrade. Yeah, we need to upgrade our soaking sink. I would quite like to have upgraded my dining table on this go, but because I messed up last go, we haven't been able to do that. So we're going to have to wait a little bit longer on that one. Let's get some people called in. First sets of guests served. You want the ketchup, that's fine. Let's get our next loads in. See, I ought to have my scrubbing brush in my hand here. I don't know what I'm doing. Why aren't I using it? Silly sausage. As always, should be doing this at the end of the night when I'm tired. couple of groups of guests. And we can get that soaking sink upgraded to a power sink. Okay, brilliant. So now we're not going to need to worry about doing the washing up. Should be workable. If I remember to pick up my soaking sink. Okay, so I've put a lot of thought into this, and I think based on the way that the cards go, I am going to go with, let's go for exclusive, and see how this fans out for us. Now we have got a rug there, that's very exciting. So let's get a rug purchased. I'm going to put it behind here, and hopefully it's not going to all go to pot. Now before I buy that, I'm going to get my power sink purchased. Let's get this out of the way so that we can get an upgrade. Purchase my globe, then we get that extra Q patience, and then let's pop a chandelier in the blueprint ready for upgrading. So I'm going to pick that up first of all, and then let's get a couple of groups of people called in. Super fast cleaning those plates now. Let's get some more sausages on. Let's get another sausage on the go. Why am I having trouble today? What is going on here? It's not normally an issue. Super fast washing up, cleans the floor. Okay, so ratings increased, doesn't really mean anything to me. Right, and let's move on. So what we're aiming for here is we need to get now, we are looking to get some we're going to get some metal tables at some point. That's going to be the next thing we're going to aim for, and then we'd like to buy ourselves a new hob. Right, and we're going to go for high quality, I think, here. All processors 20% slower, because we have speeded ourselves up already anyway. Okay, so let's get our chandelier out. And then we are going to swap our hob. And then we're going to have a re-roll. Okay, excellent. We've got an extra blueprint cabinet, which is what we were hoping for. Now, I don't think there's anything else here that we're going to need at the moment, so I'm going to take another cheeky re-roll. And then let's just take buffet. Just so that we've got something that we can upgrade on the next go. Okay, and off we go. go, gents. Okay, so these hobs are definitely slower. Got a lot more pairs of guests. Not sure why I've got 2 ketchups out. Not sure what I was thinking there, but it's okay. Okay, last 2 sets of sausages on the hobs. And we're finished. As always, just doing a little bit of washing up. Got to leave a nice tidy restaurant, although it does make absolutely no difference to your time. Okay, so what are we going to have here? So we are looking for a dining table that we can upgrade. So let's get the dining table into one of these. Now the clipboard stand would mean that I can call people in faster, but frankly I haven't got the dexterity to handle that. Now, do we want to have a combiner? Maybe we want to get ourselves a combiner. I think further down, I think if we were a bit further down the line, what we'd be doing is we're going for a combiner, and then with a grabber and we can get an automation on the go. I'm not sure I'm ready for that though, and it is just giving me a load of old nonsense. Okay, fine. So let's get started. Off we go. Crikey, that was a bit of a juggling with my scrubbing brush. Let's get a few more guests called in now, I think. And we're all finished, and I need to get this dining table upgraded now. Hopefully that has done me a little bit of a favour. Okay, so we've got fancy cloth, which is not what we want. Money isn't really an option, so I'm not going to bother taking the fancy cloth in the short term. Let's see what we've got. So we've got another dining table that we can upgrade, which is good news. But otherwise, I don't think there's anything else that I really fancy. Let's go. First couple of groups in. Oh, what am I doing here? Let's get that floor quickly cleaned up. Okay, last few sausages are in now. And we've got one metal table. Okay, that's good news. So we've got our first metal table on the go. I don't think we're going to be having any sides for a few rounds yet, but we could do with getting that second set of metal tables as soon as possible. Okay, so day 10, what have we got here? Oh, splash zone, easy. Yep, happy to go with splash zone. So let's get the metal table in, and we're going to put it up there, I think, because that this bottom metal table isn't really causing me. This bottom nested table isn't really causing me any trouble, I should say. Sorry. Okay, so we've got another kitchen floor protector, which is great news. There's nothing else that we really want, but I think I might try and upgrade in another dining table just to see whereabouts in the rotation it puts us. Okay. Let's get our first guests in. Let's get that ketchup. Okay, next group in. And let's get some sausages on. 2 seconds up there. More sausages on. Then let's get our last weary travellers in. we're looking. Let's see if we can get a cheeky phone call in there. A lot of faffing around with plates here, as you can see. Some schoolboy errors being made. I think that's everybody, but we'll get a cheeky call in anyway. Could really do with some conveyors, I think, here. Okay, and we have got to the end here. Okay. Okay, now we still don't have that other metal table that we wanted. I'm gonna may as well buy a statue. I've got plenty of cash, so let's get one of those. Let's get that in. And then Q, stop table patience decreasing. Again, I've got loads of cash, so I may as well get these last few bits purchased. There we go. So that is the top. We are still looking for that metal table, which, I mean, to be fair, it's not the end of the world if we don't get them, because frankly, it is getting quite late game now. I was just going to comment that nobody's asked for ketchup yet. And then there we are. Typical. For some reason unknown, I brought a second ketchup instead of what I thought was a sausage. Do you make that mistake? Do you grab something thinking it's a sausage and it's not? Maybe it's just me. Get that first guest out of the way. Well, this has just all suddenly become a series of unusual decisions. Okay, last couple of sets of guests. I think it should be. Oh, we've got one more. There's definitely a big blob on the floor there, isn't there? Okay, we've got our first metal table. And then I think this is probably going to be another metal table, which we're going to upgrade it anyway. So why not? Yeah, there we go. Another metal table. Okay, so let's get the metal tables purchased. So you're going to go here. Let's get that one out of the way. Let's get this one out of the way. So I am going to do this. Let's turn these chairs off. And then let's see what else we get offered here. Let's get a coffee table purchased. Why not? And then let's see what we can get if we have a cheeky reroll. Another kitchen floor protector, that'll do me. Okay, at this point now, I'm not going to buy anything else. So I'm going to move everything down a little bit. So I'm going to stay within this small section here, because these last few levels I'm just going to fly through. And just hope I don't burn anything, which I know is, for me, very unlikely. I'll definitely burn something. Oh, ketchup! Sorry, sir. Didn't notice that you had a hankering for the old red sauce. Let's get these plates cleaned up quickly. Metal tables look so tiny. Okay, last few guests. Okay, excellent. Pleased with that. May as well clean these plates up, why the devil not? And we are done. Okay. Day 13, what's it going to be? Instant service or carrot soup? Carrot soup is a starter. We're going to go for instant service. I think we'll really enjoy that. There's nothing else I want, so I'm just going to go straight in and buy. obviously having instant service is good as long as you can keep on top of everything. Let's get that ketchup on the go. Sausages on. Now, I know that there is as I'm playing this, I can feel places where I am unnecessarily losing time. So, for example, I should be putting the sausages on and then going back and doing the plates. Which would buy me time. I shouldn't be double handling the plates like that, but you live, you learn. Get these last few tables cleaned up. Sausage, ketchup, because I moved my ketchup when I was about to have an absolute meltdown. Let's bring this guest his ketchup just in case he wants it. Ketchup away. Again, nothing I want. Just going to go straight into day 14. Oh, keep picking up them blooming clean plates. Epic fails, one after the other. So my plates cleaned. See, I mean, I'm sure that if I had the cojones, I would be alright with a danger harp here. But I'm not entirely convinced. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you'll know that I am a lady who unfortunately burns a lot of food. These things happen, but I thought we were out of people there. One last sausage. Still my little scrubbing brush in my hand. And that is us finished. One more day to go. So I know that there's loads of places that I can save time here. I've done a little bit of thinking because I've been talking. So I think I can definitely make some changes to the way that I run this. And hopefully get it down a little bit faster. Okay, final day. Wise that I did pick up the ketchup there by accident and not a sausage, because it would have definitely burned, because I would have been faffing around with dirty plates. Oh, so much faffing with plates. And ketchups. See, this is what I mean. These are the little tiny minutes where I can lose some time. Last sausage of the day, which I have accidentally had to double cook. And we are finito. So there we go, that is hot dogs done. I'm definitely going to be aiming to get this around the 30-minute mark. I'm sure that there is a rotation where you can have an automation on the go, but for now 40 minutes and 40 seconds is my starting time. How are you going to do?